One of the most important velocity tips out there is your stride. I get this question asked all the time. How long should my stride be? I always shoot for at least 100% of your height, and here's why. If you're not going to see very many major league pitchers throwing 95 miles an hour or 100 miles an hour like this, because you have to generate momentum. Now, many of us know Chapman for the Reds. He's thrown 106 miles an hour before, and his stride is actually 120% of his height. That's one of the many reasons why he throws very fast. A lot of pitchers throw 100% of their height, but there's even some in the major leagues that throw 85% of their height. They don't quite get out there as far. And you know what? They throw fast. Some of those major league pitchers that have an explosive stride, but it's not quite as far as they could, they might throw 92, 93 miles an hour. But you know what? Even at that level, there's still more velocity that they can get. Don't assume because they're in the major leagues that they know everything. Okay? I have friends that have played in the NBA. I have friends that have played in the major leagues and still play in the major leagues today, and it's amazing. That's why it's amazing what they don't know about mechanics, some of them, not all of them, and it's amazing what they don't know about nutrition too. That's a different topic, but it absolutely blows my mind. I'm going to bring this up actually. One of my friends, Jim Brogan, played in the NBA. He played against Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, all of these athletes, and he said he used to drink soda before a basketball game. Now, he said it was one of the stupidest things he ever did. Obviously that affected his performance. But again, don't assume because somebody is a Major League Baseball player that they know everything that there is to know about pitching or throwing the ball or about pitching mechanics, because there's always room to improve. But let's talk about stride, okay? Now, we just barely talked about leading with your hip. There are two ways to generate power. Your stride length is important, but how you get there is really important too. So let me share both of that with you, trying to find the right camera angle to show you. So you're going to see I'm going to lead with my hip here. Okay? But one of the most important things you can do is actually use this front leg as a leveraging tool to propel yourself forward. Another reason why Chapman throws hard is because he's about 18% faster to foot strike when that front foot hits the ground than anybody else in the major leagues. He's explosive, so we can learn a lot from Chapman there. So I'm going to teach you how to get that explosive stride. No, you don't jump. A lot of kids try to jump to foot strike to try to explode there. That's not how you get it. One of the ways is using this leg. So if you're leading with your hip properly, to be explosive, throw this leg out there. Throw the leg out to get more momentum, keeping your head over your center of gravity, which is your belly button. So let me show you that from this angle. I'm going to lead with my hip. Again, there's that brick wall. Hip hits the brick wall first. Leading here, and then I throw that leg out, and that's going to propel myself forward. Now, a lot of coaches say you've got to push off extremely hard with your back foot. Now, there is some truth to that, but not extremely hard. You're going to have to drive off the ball of your back foot, the right part of your foot. If you're just staying flat-footed right here, or the weight's on the heel of your foot, okay, one, you're going to lose your balance, and two, you're not going to be on the heel of your foot, you're not going to be driving forward, you're going to be losing your balance. So when you push off the back foot, make sure it's the ball of your foot, not the heel or in the center, and you can practice driving forward. One of the ways that I like to do this with students is I like to have them spread their feet apart and just feel how they're going to get momentum from their back foot. So I have them start here in the middle and just go back and forth like this. And then I have them go to the heels of their feet, okay, which they're going to lose balance and go back and forth. I'm not as powerful there, but as soon as I go to the balls of my feet, not on the tiptoes, it's very important to understand. The balls in your feet, right here, Once I'm on the balls of my feet, I'm going back and forth, I can drive forward a lot faster, which is going to increase my velocity. So let's go back. You're going to lead with your hip. You're not just throwing this leg out, but you're going to be pushing off the ball of the back foot. Now, I'm going to scoot back here to ensure that you see this. When you push off the ball of the back foot, you got to make sure you don't push up and out. You're not going up. Your head actually stays level as you're throwing the ball. You don't want to push up and out. You want to go straight out so you don't lose any power. And to do that, you've got to be pushing really on the toe of the ball of the foot. So I'll show you how that works. Watch that toe right there. It's going straight out towards home plate when we go at that angle. You're going to go straight out and then come around we'll work on that here in a minute. But you got to push straight out. Then you've got to get good at utilizing all three things at the same time. Leading with your hip, okay? Using this leg as a leveraging tool to propel yourself forward, and at the same time pushing off the ball of that foot. That takes a lot of practice, a lot of repetitions, but it's worth it. That's how you're going to increase 4 or 5 miles an hour, in most cases at least 3 miles an hour. Just becoming explosive, but again, relaxed. A lot of kids, when they first try this, they're going to try to be explosive, they get tense. You've got to do both. You've got to stay relaxed, yet explosive towards the direction that you're throwing. So let me recap what I just talked about. The three things. Leading with your hip, okay, which I'll show you this way. Leading with your hip, throwing that leg out, like that. Not just putting the leg down, setting it down, okay. That's why you don't lean. But you're throwing the leg out and at the same time pushing off the ball of that back foot. So you're driving forward, okay? Don't set it down. All that momentum has to go straight forward.